Hello, great to have you with us again today. I'm joined by the wonderful Gary and Natty, all the way from Creasall. They've been part of our church for a couple of years now, and they've had quite an exciting lockdown, I believe. Now, Gary, tell me, what was lockdown? How did it start?
Well, lockdown for me started being woken up early one morning to Natty informing me that she'd been having a bit of an argument with God from 4 o'clock that morning with regards to trying to help people during the lockdown period.
Right.
She'd come up with the bright idea of starting a help group, which isn't like Natty at all because she's usually one that follows. But for some reason she thought to start a help group. She asked if she could put our private phone number out to the public, which she did do. And probably that wasn't the best of ideas, but it seems to have worked. And then Natty spent the morning having to drive somewhere, and she ended up in tears going over Shard Bridge, arguing with God, saying that she wasn't capable of doing this, and why has she been asked to do it?
I didn't win.
She didn't win, no. As we probably all realise that she wouldn't win. Since that time, the group has been able to help many people. Initially, for the first couple of weeks, it was taking the local council 48 hours to get food parcels out to people that really needed them. We were fortunate enough, with the help of the volunteers and the contacts within the food catering business that we were in, to be able to get food to them within usually half an hour.
Wow.
There were people who were too frightened to answer the doors to anybody to accept the food parcels. So we ended up having to bleach the outer containers of the food and either pass it through the letterbox or pass it through a window, leave it on the doorstep. Various other ways to help these people that were really too frightened to go out to the shops and help themselves.
Yeah.
Since that time, Natty's compiled various numbers and statistics because she's now the spreadsheet queen. And I'll let Natty say a few of the figures and give you an idea of some of the things that the help group, not just us, the volunteers, have been able to do during this lockdown period that we've had.
We have over 50 volunteers at the peak of it. Some have gone back to work now, so it's slightly less, but demand is slightly less at the moment. So far we've done 1,634 calls and messages that we've received, and done over 840 practical jobs, like shopping, going to the chemist, food parcels, anything that's practical. We've done quite a lot of stuff for the Blackpool Vic as well, sewing, scrubs, masks, theatre hats. I think we've dropped off over 364 of those to the Vic. It's just a lot.
So you've been busy?
Just a bit.
Just a bit.
Just a bit. Yeah.
And I mean, it all sounds great. You guys have done an incredible job in your community with the volunteers. I suspect there's been some road bumps along the way, some challenging times as well.
Yes, some of our neighbours weren't over keen. We're not sure who, but we do pray for the ones that have reported us to the police, saying we were flouting social distancing rules, to planning, noise control, environmental health. Most of them turned up on the same day, which was an interesting day at the beginning of trying to set it up. And obviously they saw what we were doing, they were all on board with us. But it was challenging at that point to carry on through it.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, during this whole period, you've obviously been really busy. What's kept you going? What's been your foundation, your energy, your drive to keep helping these people?
I think just knowing that there was the need there, and I think Natty has a Bible verse there that really, in a way, can sort of sum it up.
Yeah, John 14, 34 to 35. I'm giving you a new commandment. Love one another as I have loved you. By this, everyone will know you are my disciples.
Yeah.
That's
brilliant.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Folks, you've seen it here, Gary and Natty, big heart to serve their community, wanting to be disciples, like that passage in John says, and to love our neighbours. What a tremendous example. Thanks so much for sharing with us. And I pray that you keep going. And I wonder, this support group like this, is it something you want to carry on? Is it something that you want to spread further afield?
Yeah, it's going to carry on in our area, and we built it on a business platform that can spread quite easily. So if we could get even a small group of around 20 volunteers in the Garstang area, if anyone's up for it, get in touch. We can start spreading it out. At the moment, we're covering Pilling, Hambleton, Stolmine, Knott End and Preesall, but there is scope there to grow. We just need the base of about 20 volunteers. If anybody feels that calling, get in touch.
Folks, you can see the excitement and the drive and the passion from this wonderful couple. Is it something you want to get involved in? Get in touch with us at the church and maybe we can sort something out. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.